called mustachios, and all I've done so far is an npm init, so I have a package.json. All right, get ignore node, so now I have a get ignore, and npm install express. Oh, I didn't do a save. I'm going to redo it. No, this is good to know. So I installed Express, right? And I have this node modules directory, but I didn't do save, so it's not in my package.json, right? If I cat my package.json, there is no dependencies in there. I'm just going to run it again with save, all right? And we'll get what we need. Save. So it just reinstalls over what's already there. And if I cat my package.json, I now have Express in my dependency. So if you forget to do save, just run it again with save. Now, if I go look at the lesson, there's some other things I need to put in there for mustache. Lesson, dynamic routes, mustache. I need to install Mustache Express. All right, I'm installing Mustache Express. And I need this stuff. So I need one of those. I need a, where did you go, Adam? There you are. I need to steal a, I can steal one from above. I need to steal app.js that works. Not that one. Give me an app.js. Here's an app.js. All right, app.js. Voila, I have an app.js. Make it bigger. I don't need this path stuff. I don't need that. I'll use that. Okay, I have an app.js. So far, so good. All right, we've done this a lot. Back to the lesson. We'll see that for mustache, I got to do some stuff to Express to say, use mustache. And that's what we're going to see next. Let me get back down to the mustache lesson. Dynamic routes, HTML with mustache. Here we go. This I need to do. So I'm going to, let's see what we did here. App engine set, get, boom. Okay, here we go. So for mustache to work, I needed to require mustache, and I needed to do this, all right? This is boilerplate. It says set the engine to be mustache, because there's other engines like J that we use J engine. And so these two lines here, the first line 5 and line 7, are boilerplate. Line 6, remember how when we were doing the public, bogus thing? This is the same here. You have to create a directory to put your mustache files in. In this case, views is what you do 100% of the time. Okay? So I'm going to go create a views directory. Whoop, views, not view. Okay, so I have a views directory with nothing in it. And back to this thing, I require mustache. These 3 lines are boilerplate. You're just going to cut and paste them in time and time again. You just have to make sure that you've created that directory. All right, so far so good? Now, this code here, this is something new. So far, all we've done is this. Let me comment this out. what we've done so far up till now is we do response.send hello, right? That's what we've done so far. And what that does is that just, for the response, it just sends back plain text, right? But now, we're going to use the mustache engine instead, and we're going to get rid of this. And this is pretty normal. For the root, show index.html. All right, but we don't call it index.html anymore. We call it index.mustache, and we put it in the views directory. Okay? Here we go. I'm going to touch views index.mustache. I can never spell it. Mustache. And in my views, I have an index.mustache file. Right now I have an empty, and it's HTML that we can add mustache substitutions to. But right now I'm just going to create an HTML file. HTML, home, we'll call this home, and I'll put in H1, well, H1, hello. Hello, I like your mustache. Mustache. Don't know why I have so much trouble spelling that, okay? So, right now, it's a mustache file, but it's just a plain old HTML file. There's no mustache substitutions going on. So if I run this back to my route in apps, what's going to happen here is when I hit the root of my project, the response is going to call render method, and I'm going to pass it this name. And this means because we set the view to mustache, this render is going to go look for index.mustache. And it's going to start the mustache engine to do substitutions. At the moment, the mustache engine doesn't have anything to do, but it's still going to do this. This render is, you put the name of it, but you don't put .mustache on it. You just put the first part of the name of the file there. I'm going to run it. Node app successfully started. I'm going to go to localhost 3000. Hello, I like your mustache. It works. 1 through 5 on creating a plain Jane mustache file. Okay? Created it in the views directory. Call it the file name.mustache. HTML. Boom. And all you gotta do is that a question or a I'm so got this, I'm gonna leave my 5 up there for you. Okay, just to finish. This is how it works. Acquire mustache, create a views directory, do this boilerplate stuff, render name of file. It works. Yes. Yeah, we don't mind. Boilerplate. But go ahead. You gotta speak up.
So the second parameter in app.set is creating the views directory. Right?
No, it's not. The views directory is created. It's just calling it out. It says, okay. This says, I don't know what this one's about. All I know is that this has to be the directory on my file system.
Right.
That's all of these 3 lines of code, I can guess what they mean. This says, set the engine to be, call it mustache and use the mustache thing we included. Set the views to be this view directory and set view engine to be mustache. I really don't know, and the only thing I give a shit about, sorry, my language, is that I created this directory. And I just cut and paste this in and it works. And that's all I think we need to know. I mean, if we want to go down this rabbit hole and try to figure out what everyone does, then I'm not prepared. I answered your question enough. Okay, so this works. This wires up mustache. But what good is it? It's just an HTML file. We need to do some substitution. All right? So how about this? Let's stick with our movie thing here. Let's get a little advanced here. Let's create a data file that has a couple movies in it. And let's use one of those movies and show it in the movie.mustache. Okay? I'm doing like, this is a mistake. I'm doing 4 things and I need to do 1. Let me just do 1 thing. But let's start to get there. Let's make it movie instead. And let's go and let's change it to, from index, let's change it to movie. CD into the views directory. I'm going to move index.mustache to movie.mustache. All right. So now I have in here, when I hit localhost 3000, I'm going to put up movie, which is the same thing. It's still index.html. Better run this because why? Why do I need to run this now? Because I made a change. Let's make sure I didn't break it. Let's not do 6 or 7 things and then run it, and then something's broken. You don't know if 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 broken. You make a change, make sure it works. This is something you gotta do. I hope you learn in this class is that make a little change, and then what would I do after that? After I make my change, it works. Commit. So let's do that. Let's do some real programming here. All right. Let's do a get init get add dot get commit -m initial version, which isn't really because I should have done this before. All right, I got a commit there. Now I'm going to run it. Node, what is it called? app.js. There, I'm running app.js. I'm going to go hit 3000, and well, you can't really tell, but it did change. One of the things you can do is you can go somewhere else and then go back to 3000 and make sure that it actually is working, you know, because if you just refresh it, okay. Okay, so we need to do some substitution. That's what mustache is about. Let's start with something simple. Let's do this. Let's let movie equal, and we'll just do title is Serenity, and the director is Josh something. Anyone? Josh Wheaton or something like that? I don't know if that's the right name. All right, so then what we do is we pass that object as a second parameter here. We're going to pass this object as the second parameter here, and then mustache will be able to use it. Okay? So let's do this. You pass it like this. It's a hash. You give it the name, and then you give it the value. So for the name, now I'm tempted to use the word movie, but I'm using movie too much. So how about if I call this movie thingy? Because I want to prove to you that it's different. Movie. Okay, so my second parameter is a Java object with a property and a value. Okay? My second parameter here is a Java object with a property and a value. You know enough about Java objects? You're cool with that? This up here is a different Java object. This is a Java object with a property and a value and a property and a value. This is a different Java object with a property and a value. The value happens to be that object above. How's that change? Java objects from way back in the second week or third, whatever, of front-end fundamentals when we talk about, or third week when we talk about Java objects. You see that we have two objects here, or should I make it a little, who wants me to make it a little more clear? No? 1 through 5 on dial objects. Corbin. Sure, I'll do it, please. Unless it's an emergency. If it's an emergency or something super important, keep it open. All right, so anyhow, we'll move on. Now, in the mustache template, I can use this thing to access that thing. Let's do that in the mustache template. Hello. Title is movie thingy, I think it is. Please work. I hope that works. Let's find out. If it doesn't, haha, title is Serenity. Hooray! That's how mustache works. In your route, you pass it an object with property value, and in your mustache, you can do substitution on that thing. Okay? Let's just look at it one more time because it's so beautiful. Here we go. I can make this, let's make this movie a constant just to get it out of there. Const movie. It's called, instead of movie, let's call it Serenity. Whoop, hold on, I'm gonna undo. Because what did I do wrong? I did not commit, right? I got something working, it ran, get add dot, get commit, -m, substitution working. Okay, now I've committed, right? So if I screw things up, I can get back to that commit. All right, now I'm going to take this movie out and I'm going to make it a constant and I'm going to call it Serenity. And I'm going to pass Serenity in. Okay, so this is what we've done here. We got our Java object called Serenity. In our route, we're still calling render, which is going to invoke the time leaf engine. And we're going to say, go use movie.mustache. And I'm going to pass this object to it. That's the name, that's the value. That's the name, that's the value. In mustache, where'd you go, mustache? Oh, there it is, thank you. In mustache, I can do substitution on what I added in the route. Woohoo! That's great. So now this thing will work for any movie. You know, any movie that I pass to it, it will correctly create HTML because the mustache engine does a substitution, returns HTML back to the browser, and that HTML, if we do view page source, you can see that the mustache engine returned back just HTML to the browser. It did a substitution on the template. 1 through 5. How do you feel? Cool. Moving on. Now there are some tags that you need. You need to loop. You need to know if something's there or something's not. Right? You need more than just this tag, right? So let's look at some of the other tags that Mustache has. Ah, look at that. All right, so this is from the resources at the bottom of the page. This thing says, so if I did pound movie, if I actually added a movie to it, I can access the movie here. But if I didn't pass a movie to it, nothing would be shown. Let me show you how that works. In my time leaf engine, I'm going to do another one. I'm going to do P, review, oh, I'm going to do this. Boom, 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 boom. I'm going to put in rating, overall score. Okay, so right there, what I did with the pound review is, if I added a review to the model, it would show it, but I haven't, right? I haven't added a review in my route. In my route, there is no review. All there is movie thingy, right? There's no review in here. So when the time leaf engine runs on this thing, it's going to say, if there's a review, do something. But there's no review, so nothing's going to happen here. Okay, so let's run that and make sure it works. Node app. Go hit it. See, it didn't show anything there, right? If I do the view page source on there, I mean, there's nothing in there for review. I'm going to have to add something for review, and that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to go back to my app, and I'm going to add a review to it. Come on. By the way, I'm just guessing that this works. I haven't really done anything. Review. I got to create a review here. Review. Score. 23.4. Okay, now I have a review object here. Review. Okay. Let's call it review thingy so that I keep these separate. I don't keep reusing the same words. All right, so review thingy. Okay, now this time when I run it, it's going to refine that property review thingy. It's going to go show score. Okay, because I've added a review thingy to the route if all goes right. Please work. Yes, it did that. So what I want you to get out of that is two things. This is the important things that you're going to get out of here. This thing starts it, this thing stops it. You put the property name here. You put a pound in front of it, and if it finds it, it's going to drop in. If it doesn't find it, it's not going to show anything. Number one. Number two is, up here we had to use property.title. Here you just use this thing because it knows that, it already knows it's a review thing. So I just put score. I don't put review thingy.score here. I just put score because if I'm dropping in here, I know I'm working with a review thing. 1 through 5 on that.
Is one of those better than the other views?
This is conditional. I mean, no, I mean, it depends. If you know you're going to have it, boom. If you're not sure you're going to have it, boom. All right?
So if it doesn't find them, and you know, like if you get paid, then you know slash key to edit, and you know hashtag word, and then slash word.
That's what I believe out of the review. And like I said, I've never seen this before. The updates. I just went and read it. And this is what you have to do for readline, and this is what I did to learn it. Now I'm spoon feeding you guys because you paid money to come here to learn, all right? If all we did was say, go read the documentation, you go, well, why did I pay any money? But this is the documentation. I went and I read it, and I read these words, and these words said, do this if it's conditional. And then I played with it. during this class, and definitely afterwards, you've got to be able to go read documentation and figure out how things work. That is your job for the rest, as long as you're involved. So I went out and I read this, and it said, you know, boom, boom, and I figured that out, okay? Another thing that they did in here was, lambdas, I don't want lambdas. Where was it? I thought it was hat. Inverted selections, here it is. So inverting. You put a hat here, and if it's false, it drops in. Hat, hat. There is no review thingy. Okay? So you see this hat here? Right? Pound means it happens if it finds it. Hat, if it's a hat, it means I didn't find it, drop it. I found it, drop in. I didn't find it, drop in. So this is going to cover both things. If it's there, we're going to see the score. If it's not there, it's going to turn out bad. All right, so let's run this. All right, refresh. It's there. We still have 23.4. Let's go into our route, and let's not add it anymore. Let's remove it. Now I'm just going to copy this over so I don't lose it. All right, I removed review thingy from my route. I'm going to restart my server. I'm going to hit my endpoint and see how, since I don't have review thingy, it went into that packet. 125 on not that.
If there is no in mustache or these brackets, the word the phrase, that's not being console out, that's not in the feedback, right? That's just being in the road. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
In the HTML,
Tell me where movie thingy and review thingy. What is movie thing? What is this thing called that has brackets here? A Java object, right? Has brackets. Java object. Gotta make sure you're okay.
Very, I just
Okay, let me finish. This, what is this called on the Java object? This thing that's before the colon. What? It's called the what? Property. In TimeLeaf, we access that property. Right here. That property, and then we can call the value off of it. For review thingy, this is another property, right? That's over here. Let me comment this out. Okay, in this case, we have a property movie thingy, a value. A property review thingy, value. And that's why I called a movie thingy review thing. I wanted you to know it's something I totally made up. Okay? In here, in mustache, putting this pound before means if I find that property, drop into here. This hat means if I don't find that property, drop into here. Now what's your question?
there is no review thingy, is not in any tag. Score is in tag, but I'm wondering, that's just random, right?
Say it here.
Yeah.
This, oh, yeah, if we look at the page source, you mean what gets returned back in HTML? Yeah, we get a p tag with this text in it. That's what this, when Mustache Engine, when we don't have a review thingy property, Mustache Engine creates a p tag and gives us that text and p tag. And that's what you get in HTML.
You don't have
You don't have to do what? Let's look at the HTML it generates, okay? Okay, let's run this. Let's go hit it. And let's do a view page source. And you can see that when the mustache engine is just done running, we have the P tags and we got text. Does that answer? Is that clear? If you don't, can you show me what you mean? Because
I basically was just restating your, I guess, second to last statement, that mustache in the keypad is to help words.
Okay. What in this case, we got 23.4 because in the mustache template, it printed the T, it found review thingy, so it replaced the score with 23.4. It did not fall into this. This didn't happen. All right? But if okay. I'm so sorry. Did I answer your question? Okay. Colton, did I answer your question? Cool. Let's see if there's any more tags that we need to talk about. Okay, we talked about positives, we talked about negatives, and I think you have to, I think we got to do with something with false. I think we got to do something with false. False values. Nope, that's right here. Okay. I guess the only other thing would be, yes, you're going to need this for the to-do list. Last thing we need to show you. Let's give it a false value. Instead of not being there, it's going to be there, but it's going to be false. Because you need that for that. I got to go look.